Hello?
Hello.
Yo, my guys. Can you quickly introduce yourselves for me?
Yes, I'm Aoyasa, the commander from the VDP team. Liu.
I think Leo's a bit AFK.
Yeah,
It's fine, it's
Liu
fine.
is the logistic team. Is the squad leader from the logistic team.
Ah, okay, perfect. Well, that'll do then. Uh, so let's begin. Similar questions as always. I mean, I can guess what the answer is going to be for the first one. It's unfortunate. The results, you guys are going to be dropping out of the ladder now, unfortunately. So I think it's inappropriate to ask, how do you feel after the first match? I imagine you guys are feeling a bit upset. So let's just jump past that and let's say, have you enjoyed the season?
Yes, of course. I don't feel bad. We are all right if we lost. Don't have any problem with this. It's the game. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you win, sometimes you lost. For us, we lost more time than win, but is the life. Uh,
That's that.
we
Yeah.
Our team is a mix from the 5, 6 clans, so we have some things to fix to the future, uh, make it easier to command the teams. But yes, we enjoy a lot. And next season we are here. Maybe don't with the name of VDP, but maybe yes, maybe don't. But my guys from the Zob clan is ready to play next season.
Okay, I'm here.
Yo, welcome, Leo. Appreciate you joining us, man. But yeah, that's what I love to see. You guys were all in high spirit. I've enjoyed you guys being in the season. You always had passion. You was always in high spirit. You had that fair play attitude about you. I always loved it watching your guys and watching how you develop through the season. I know you guys are pretty new to the competitive scene, and a lot of these clans you've been going against have been playing competitive post-scripting for years at this point. So first season, you guys, and I'm happy to hear that you're going to be coming back for season 4. When and if and how that happens. So that was going to be my next question. Are we going to see you back? And I'm glad we are. So let's talk about the match then tonight. Can you walk us through your strategy for both games? Cayman, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Much love.
Oh yeah, uh, we have a different strategy to play, and we don't play a lot in the open maps, just the closed maps. You can see in Carrington we play very better if you see in the other maps. So we need to fix this to the future and learn to play in the open field, in the forests, in the hills from stone. But yeah, is this
Okay.
Uh, we have some ability to trade when you are close combat, and these movements across the map is a little bit difficult for us, I think. And well, talking about the strategy, we try to put some different attacks from different directions and try to get some strategic points that we knew these guys would be there. But this is a French map, and these guys are French, so it's pretty hard to get them right.
Yeah, they had home advantage. I understand what you're saying, but yeah, as you were saying, you guys, when it came to straight up gunfights, you guys seem to be very competent winning the gunfights throughout the map. You would always push back their infantry. It's just they always had something up their sleeves to counteract your great infantry pushes. The first match, you took the first cap quite comfortably. The second cap, it got a little bit hung up. It was back and forth a couple of times, and LBF just managed to hold on there. So it is what it is.
I felt that our team got a little bit anxious to get the point as fast as possible, and we forgot a little bit the strategy itself. So we try to rush more than cooperate with each other, and that was a problem in a certain time. We got like 50% of the point, and we turned it neutral several times, but you know we couldn't complete that because the Frenchy guys, they came to the point back and really fast. So
Okay. When it came to the second match where you guys were on the defense, what do you think it was about LBF that managed to, or that allowed them to punch through your defenses?
To defend today, the buff match, we don't have our tanks crew, so we play without tanks. In the defense, I try to push the tank to help the infantry because I play tanks in the. I don't play like commander in the random battles. I just play with tanks. So we don't have so much guys play tanks and commander. So I just drop it in the position and do my best. Try to do my best.
yeah,
And
it's like a Valentine's Day here in Brazil today. So
Oh,
a lot of guys didn't show up, I believe, because of that. And then we had to adapt a lot of people to complete the teams and to fill the positions. That's not like an excuse, but that's what happened. And we were expecting to have a much better result in the first match, so it kind of make us feel like disappointed for the second match. And then I don't know if the guys were so enthusiastic for the second match as they would. And um, once again, we try to cover certain points that these guys knew much better than us, and it happened that we couldn't hold them and hold the points.
yeah, that first match with you guys on the attack was really close. I feel if you actually took that second cap, we probably would have had a closer result here. Often you were in the ticket lead in that first match. You were winning the gunfights when it came down to infantry. It just really was that tank support that you lacked a little bit. Also, your mortar crews for both games were incredible, especially the first game. Your mortars were very devastating. I can't remember who were on them. Who were your mortar team this game?
It was Cavendish and Heisenberg.
Yeah, they were in the first match where you guys on the attack. They were very effective, well placed mortars. So well done for them. Moving on from the strategies then, and more about your opponents tonight. What was a key strength of LBF that you tried to play around tonight? LBS ready for an interview? I'll grab you after, man.
I don't understand the question. Sorry. 'Cause
No, it's okay. Is there anything about your opponent tonight that you knew they were particularly strong at? Something about that team that gave them a great strength? You know, were they good at tanks or infantry or mortar? Something you may be pre-prepared for?
the movimentation and map, they respond so fast, and they use the cover, they use the bushes, the logs, the holes in the. Don't is like Brazilians play. Brazilian plays always running and on feet. We don't prone, and this is the European. In all the European teams play prone. Why are you prone, man? Fight on feet, please. And so hard. We need here in Brazil. I say to my guys, you need to play looking from the roof because the Zob is calling from the other clans from Zob monkeys because we climb in the roofs in the constructions. So against the Europeans, we need to play, fight, look in the ground and the bush and the holes. So
I mean,
you need to
Yeah.
adapt to this.
Yeah, they know the ways to get faster to the points, I believe, and the advantage of having a good knowledge of the map. I think they play much more than us. We prefer the chapter 1 and maybe chapter 3 maps. Um, but they know better the map, so they can hide much better than us. And for example, for the second cap, they were on our backs, and we didn't even realize that when we just realized the cat was gone. So it's that was a problem for us. But we try to cover that movimentation, and we try to attack them on the flanks, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, it's become a bit of a meme in the community at this point that not just the French teams, but French teams particularly like the bushes, like the trees. They like to find themselves the little hidey holes. And I mean, you were against a French team on a French map, so they did really have the home advantage there. But yeah, moving on from that, then, is there anyone for the final time from you guys that you would say was an MVP from your team tonight?
That's with Yaza.
I vote for Heisenberg in the mortar in the attack.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Okay, Heisenberg on the mortars. He did do an excellent job with those mortars at the beginning in the first match, and I think he was in the tank a little bit in the second game as well. So he definitely had impact all over the field. That's basically my last question. Is there anything for the final time you guys want to add on to the end here before I wrap up?
I just say thank you for you to the casting and all the organization. I know how hard it is to manage all the teams and the problems. So congratulations for you and the others team. And yeah, we'll see you in next season.
Yeah, me too. I would like to thank you first and thank all the guys that was involved on that. It was amazing season for us so far. I know that there's a couple steps more to go, and we'll be watching you guys and how you play to get better prepared for the next season. And it was really fun for us. We had some bad times, some good times, and we are really happy with our performance. We would like to be a little bit further on the championship, but it's okay. We're doing good.
Man, I appreciate you. Appreciate what you both said. Thank you. It's been a pleasure and a joy having VDP join us this season. I really do hope we get to see you in season 4, when, if, and how that happens. But thank you again for joining me for the final time here, and congratulations. You did do good in Group 3. You managed to come out third in Group A, and it was a tough game here tonight. So yeah, as always, thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.
See you.
Oh, yeah.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye. Chat. That was El Yaza and Leo for the last time in the season 3 competitive ladder. I really hope we see them come back for future seasons. When, if, and how that happens, like I said. It's been a pleasure having them. They brought something new, something fresh. And the attitudes that those guys had is one of the best, man. Always in good spirits, always very, very mutual, very always like understanding and cooperative, which has been a pleasure. Hello.
Hi. Oh, how are you, Yazoo?
I'm good, man. Could you please introduce yourselves one by one so I can do your audios?
So I'm Red Dog Zebulon from the LBF. I'm here to explain the match with Artsmat.
Hi, I'm Horst Matt. I'm also from the LBF. I'm a lowly pioneer.
Perfect. I got you both dialed in. Appreciate you joining me. So, obviously, first questions. How do you feel after tonight's result?
Pretty fantastic.
Yeah,
And
we want to make party.
yeah.
Big party. Okay. Well, you have gone through to the decider bracket now. We're just waiting to see what team you'll be facing. What team would you ideally want to face in the next phase for a chance to get through to the semifinals?
If I'm not wrong, it will be KGK or Rusty 41. Normally, we will face. We hope for Rusty 41. We have a revenge to have.
Fairly said. All right. Can you walk us through your strategy for both games tonight?
Do you see yours, Pat?
Well, in the defensive round, it was pretty simple. We had to defend the points, and that's what we did. We tried not to stretch ourselves too thin, and that seems to have succeeded. Our opponents did a very good job at attacking us. They nearly did get us, but we held well. Our team cohesion really got us through, and we held. In the second match, when we attacked, we had a far more dynamic strategy, and we were much more fluid. And I think that was noticeable in the fact that we got through the defensive lines of our opponents quite fast and without too much resistance after the first point. And so overall, yeah, static and fluid. I guess that's the broad strokes. I can't really go into too much details because of team confidentiality, but yeah.
Like just to make one particular thing, to speak about a particular thing on the chapter 2 maps, it really problems the French tanks. So our strategy, we worked our strategies around the French tanks. So at the beginning, we had to keep the first objective strongly without help of any tanks, French tanks, and we succeed. So it's really a success. And in the attack side, we succeed to manage to have our German tanks on the front and have efficiency on the battleground before the French tanks came. And after, the infantry did a great job preventing when the French tanks coming in the battleground. And sometimes the logistic squad exploded the French tanks. So it really helped to take objectives and keep them too in the defense part.
That's awesome. That's a great summary from both of you guys. So, speaking of the first round, then, when you guys run defense, I don't think I've ever seen a team utilize as many artillery assets as you guys. You had you had your AT guns in different positions, firing suppressive fire down. You had the French truck as well. Not to mention the tanks that found themselves in great sniping positions constantly. Was there a lot of preparation before the match trying to find these perfect places for the AT guns, where to position your tanks, and the AT truck as well?
Yeah, we worked a lot on the strategy, choosing for every objectives where we want the cannons, the AT guns, and the tanks. We decided to have a part of the team attacking or defending, and another part controlling or backup, be a backup, be on the defense if there is some enemies going around, moving MSPs. So it's a lot of work, and yeah, it's not defined on during the game. It's defined before during the week.
Cool. And on the attacking side of that, then, when it came to the assets you had, you made a lot of use of the P2s and also the 222 at the beginning. I think you mentioned that you wanted to be as fast as possible on those first objectives before the tanks could arrive. Is that why you went for these lighter autocannon tanks?
Yeah, with the 20 millimeter guns, it's a really powerful. It makes the enemy struggle a lot because they can't be seen by the tanks and they can't really move and operate on the battleground. Like I said, we had to take the objective before the B1 or Matilda comes. So we had to push really hard at the beginning, not in front, straight ahead to the objective, but with a strategy, of course. But we had to attack fast and with efficiency. Smart, tu veux rajouter quelque chose?
Oh yeah, I don't have too much to add to that, but I'd say that yeah, I feel like the combination of our lightweight and fast armor really contributed to the uh, how do I say this in English? Efficacy, yeah, efficacy of
Efficacy. Yeah.
efficacy of our infantry,
Mhm.
because the combined efforts really helped to really wear down our opponents, and I think that showed in the results.
It did. I mean, one of the key points of the attacking round as well, VDP had a very strong initial defense on the North Forest outside the cap. I think I can't pronounce his name. Is Obi, Aube, Obi?
My squad, yeah.
Yeah, he managed to sneak around to the east with a couple of members, get a squad rally down, and got into the cap with about 3 people. That kind of had a chain reaction then on the defenders from VDP, where they initially they had this big perimeter around the cap, which they left a little flank exposed where you guys got in with that small squad, which forced all their team to come back to the cap. All that map control at that point was gone that they initially got, and that's when you guys really just capitalized on that. You pushed in, you had your tanks flanking in, you had your infantry pressing, and after that it was kind of just a snowball effect where the defenders didn't have time to keep up. You always had one squad on the next position ready to camp those spawn points to make sure the defenders didn't have a chance to build up. So really did work out with that little blitzkrieg, and all it took was that one little squad to be like the trigger, the mechanism to wrap it all together and have the plan flow out. So yeah, really incredible. Next question then. Obviously, this was the first time you played against VDP. Did you do any research on that team? Anything about them that had you worried or scared? Anything that you prepared for?
Not really. When we think about the next match, we work on it as like if the enemy is the strongest enemy we can fight. We don't think about one is fighting like this or one is fighting like that. One better or one not worth. We think about what we can do. The best we can do. We put it on the paper and we work hard on the battlefield to use our strategies. That's all.
Yeah, for example, like we don't let the age of a team, for example, let us put our guard down, because even the youngest teams can be some of the most potent on the battlefield, and some of the oldest teams can also make mistakes. So we got to treat everybody in an equal manner in order to make sure that we never let our guard down.
This is true, 100%. We've seen that this season. So moving on from that then tonight, is there anything about your team tonight that you feel you're going to have to work on going into the next bracket? Anything you need to practice more?
Artpat, t'as une idée?
From this match, not too much. Like, of course, our offensive round was very successful, and I think that uh, there wasn't too much to learn from that. Our defensive round was a bit closer, but I think that the cohesion that we showed in making sure we covered our flanks and the points that were being breached uh, really showed that we were, ready for that challenge. And if we just, work on that more, we will make our defense even more airtight for the next game we have.
Yeah, that's right. Tonight showed us that our work paid, and weeks after weeks we are working. We will work stronger and improve what we are doing. How we are, how we work, how we do it. And yeah, it's not we don't have particular thing to improve. We are just improving the overall organization, like we did before, like we will do next, and that's great. Tonight shows us that we are on the good way to be better and better.
Awesome. Well, we don't know who your next opponent is, but we do know what map you're going to be playing next. It's Hilsum 02, so a Chapter 1 map. How do you feel about that?
It's like come back to the comment on dit source?
The origin, the source, the
Yeah.
basics.
Yeah.
Yeah, chapter 1. Mwah. It's great to come back to chapter
It-
1
It's our
because
bread and butter.
yeah. So that's maps that we know good, really good. We played on them from the beginning of the game. So yeah, and it's we like them those maps. It will be a pleasure to fight on them.
That's good to hear. My final question then at this point would be, who from your side would you say was an MVP tonight?
Yazoo, you know the LBF now. We don't have an MVP. For us, all the team it's MVP. We worked as a unit. We have unity in our players, between our players. Our goal is to succeed, all of us together, on the same level. We don't put someone ahead or behind. Everyone in the ship. We don't have an MVP for you, like usual. Yeah, I think it will
Yeah.
be the same for the next maps, the next match. Sorry, Yazoo.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. A high KD doesn't mean anything if you don't win the game. So
And everyone have importance are important during the game, even if they are killing a lot of people or doing no kills. Everyone is important.
That is true. Then my final question then would be, is there anything you want to say here at the end?
well,
Yeah.
I'd like to congratulate our opponents, the Brazilian teams, the VDP, because they put up a great fight. Even though they lost, they were very cool. They made some funny comments in the interview regarding us being on our home turf, and I thought those were pretty funny in the interview with you. And so I appreciate them being good sportsmen, and I hope to have other battles with them again.
Yeah, yes, I heard too what they said, and they want to come back the next season. That's great. They want to keep improving, and that's really honorable from them. They discovered that European level is high, and they are still fighting. They went through the end of their story, and that's honorable. That's great, and we hope we'll see them in the season 4.
Well said, guys, from both of you. Well, that's all I've got to say. I appreciate you both joining me. Congratulations for going through to the next round. Looking forward to see who your opponents are going to be. And yeah, until next time, take care and thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Yazoo. And have a good weekend. And kiss, kiss.
Kiss, kiss.
Bye.
Bye, 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 bye. Chat. That'll Hush and Zebulon. I'm sorry if I pronounced your names wrong. Appreciate them joining me. Great attitudes they had. And the LBF have had throughout the entire tournament. Really good for them to join me. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I had to misspell everyone's name on purpose because for some reason it wasn't allowing me to post. So we got Abby from LBF. I mentioned he was basically the flanking squad that allowed for that first cap to be taken the way it was. We've got Sidin, who was doing a good job for VDP, taking out those tanks, suicide mining the best he could, couple of MSPs as well, and Heisenberg, who was the mortar crew for LBF at the beginning. Go vote on who you think was MVP tonight. The names are all messed up because Twitch, apparently one of those words Twitch did not like, so I had to spell them in a funny way for Twitch to allow me to do a poll. I never had that happen to me before. So yeah, what a good start to the next bracket, man. I'm glad things seem to go smooth today. There is another match tomorrow. Look at that drift, man. There is another match tomorrow. KGK is going to be playing against the Rusty 40 tomorrow. They are in the winners bracket. They're only playing one game tomorrow. They're not playing both, but we're going to have another game tomorrow. And we might have a second game. I think Coalition Francophone and JTF are trying to arrange for a game tomorrow as well. But details a little bit sketchy on that as well. We don't know yet. So there might be two games. There's definitely one game tomorrow. There's definitely KGK versus Rusty 40. There might be a second game as well. I'll let you know about that. How do you vote? At the top of the chat, it should say like poll. And it should drop down. Like you can select who you want to vote for. Remember, YouTube, go subscribe to my YouTube channel. These videos will be uploaded to YouTube as fast as I can. I'll try to get them both uploaded ready for tomorrow before the match starts tomorrow. I've already downloaded them. One of them, as you saw, getting ready for to do it. So, yeah, I'm glad. I'm happy. These two teams, man. Pleasure with both these teams. I'm happy to know that we'll get VDP back whenever Season 4 happens. Excellent play by them. And yeah, congratulations to the LBF as well. Both teams, huge sportsmanship about them. About 2 minutes left on the vote. We will be back. Yes. Yes. That's what I want, man. That's what I want. I kind of want to play in Season 4, if I'm honest. I want to play and cast. I kind of want to play and cast in Season 4, so I might volunteer myself out. I don't know if I'm going to be admin in Season 4. It's been a lot of stress. I kind of feel like I want to play, though. But I also want to cast at the same time, which would make it hard for me to cast and play, because obviously I'm not really neutral at that point. Well, I would be neutral, but some teams might not like that. There's about a minute left on the vote, guys. Go vote. It's been a quiet evening. I can't blame them. Honestly, tonight, I'm not going to lie, I kind of wanted to watch football in this field. Speaking of football, how did the football go? How did the football go? Because obviously we had that horror traumatic thing that happened in the Denmark and Finland game. Thankfully, Eriksson, he seems to be better. He's conscious. So thank God, because that was a horrible thing that happened in that football game. Belgium and Russia. See, I missed this. I was looking forward to this. Belgium won 3-0. Oh yeah, and Finland, they restarted their second match like 2 hours later, and Finland won. So I honestly, no one would expect Denmark to win that game. I honestly, I'm surprised Denmark even played that game. I'm surprised both teams did. Like, I can't imagine what the Denmark players must have been going through. I can't imagine what the Denmark players have been going through after what happened. Jesus. What service do I usually play on? 6GA, First AL, and RIP. Mostly 6GA. Oh my god, I dropped all the balls. I need to get rid of this thing, man. It just makes a mess. 6GA, RIP, and First AL are the ones I usually play on. Mostly 6GA because it has the best ping for me, and it's usually more active when I'm playing. I'm probably going to play on Gamma server as well because the Gamma company made a server just for mods, and I want to try out some of the mods because no other server plays the mods. MVP vote is over. Side, congrats. You are the MVP champion. 60% of the votes. And then joint second place between Abby and Heisenberg. Congrats. That is the last MVP we're going to get from VDP this season. They're exiting. Congrats. And to everyone who was watching on YouTube, as always, remember to like, remember to subscribe, and YouTube, I will see you next time. Much love. Take care. And to my boys on Twitch, I'm also going to go now. I want to get to work on these videos. So Twitch, I love you. I'm going to leave you. Take care. And until next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.